Hey, what's going on everyone? My name is Moku. Welcome back to Ace Attorney, but also welcome back to Moku's VG. It's been over a month since I've made a video, and I do have an excuse. I was out of commission for a month. It's hurricane season, and unfortunately one of the hurricanes hit us very hard. And it took my internet wire, so I had no internet for a month. We had no power for a week, so our streets, my street was fully blocked. I couldn't leave the house. I had electrical wire on my car. Like, it was bad. If I do have a photo, I will show it right here. But otherwise, towards the game, I'm pretty much going back in the dark. It's been a month. I try to rewatch a little bit of my previous video, trying to remember what happened. And I remember being one of the longest videos, and I apologize again for that. But yeah, I'm pretty much going to go back in the dark and just try to remember piece by piece as I go. So don't expect a lot of good stuff from me. I'm already being the dumb idiot on this chapter already, so it's not gonna be any better. So, what do you think, Mr. Wright? I think the prosecution is as confused as we are. After all, who's Lana? Oh, this is what I mean. I'm gonna completely forget everything. Is she the one that we're defending? I think it was, right? Yep. The victim was murdered in 2 different places at the same time. And a different suspect was arrested at each of the crime scenes. Lana! Good morning, Mr. Wright. I apologize for yesterday. I was indisposed. I hope they didn't hold you too long for questioning. We just finished, actually. I'm used to all-nighters, though. So how'd it go? It's as Mr. Wright's suspects. The police are clueless. I figured as much, so I struck a plea bargain. A plea bargain? What do you mean by that? We agreed that if I told them the truth behind this simultaneous murder, they wouldn't seek capital punishment. That's what I mean, Emma. But Lana, don't tell me you're... Much to my regret. I'm as much in the dark about this as they are. Miss Skye. We found trace evidence of a certain person in the police department's evidence room. That was the cowboy. Marshall. Yeah. They belong to Officer Jake Marshall. What kind of trace evidence? Blood-stained fingerprints, to be exact. That's the trump card I have up my sleeve today. You do understand what this means, do you? In order to defend my sister, you're going to accuse Mr. Marshall? We have to play the cards we're dealt. Isn't that right, Miss Skye? Do what you have to do, Mr. Wright. The thing is that... Okay, I mean, they're saying that as in they don't believe that Lana Skye is innocent. They don't believe that Marshall could actually do it, so... It's like they're trying to not find the murderer. They're just trying to protect their friends. Court is now in session for the trial of Miss Lana Skye. It's gonna be one of those. The defense is ready, Your Honor. The prosecution is... I'm afraid you'll have to clarify. It takes 30 minutes by car to reach the police department from the prosecutor's office. Yet the victim, Bruce Goodman, was slain at both places at the same time. But that's not physically possible, is it? What's more, I hear the victim from the evidence room just disappeared. Yes, and the body eventually reappeared in the trunk of Mr. Edgeworth's car. So is he ready or not? Wow, this is one messed up trial. One of my duties as prosecutor is to present impartial evidence. Today, I will present evidence relating to the murder at the police department. And so doing, I believe the way in which we should proceed will reveal itself. Now that's what sets Mr. Edgeworth apart. He sounds so on top of things, even though he doesn't know what's going on himself. And that's supposed to be an admirable trait? Very well. Let the trial resume. On the day of the crime, what exactly transpired at the police department? Mr. Edgeworth, you may call your first witness of the day to the stand. For its first witness, the prosecution calls the suspect of the murder that occurred at the police department. The suspect? You mean the so-called murderer? Ooh boy. Things are getting wild from the get-go. Was it him? Trying to remember. Oh, I'll just keep going. Will the witness please state his name and occupation? Yes, sir! I'm Officer Meekins, sir! My occupation is... that would be murderer, sir! No, it's not! So you're telling us you're a professional killer? Sir! It was me, sir! I'm the one who did it! I'll never kill anyone again, sir! You've got to believe me, sir! Actually, what we'd like to hear from you is, sir, I'm what you would call part of the younger generation, sir. A person whose action adults can't possibly comprehend. Please, Mr. Edgeworth, sir, help me, sir. I love this game! Officer Meekins. Yes, sir. Give us your report of the crime. Consider that an order. Yes, sir, as you wish. After all, I am part of a generation that must be told what to do, sir. You can't fault him for a lack of enthusiasm. Oh no, that's what I was scared of. I didn't want that to happen now. I want more of those funny moments. Although it's not my normal duty, I was assigned to guard the evidence room that day. I spotted a suspicious man on the security screen and rushed into the room. I was only doing what I was trained to do, sir. I was suddenly attacked. I fought for my life. Then I did it. After that, I passed out until another officer smacked me awake. But he doesn't remember how he did it. Well, I guess. So the victim, Detective Goodman, attacked you? Do unto to others before they do unto you. That's the Meekins family model, sir. I see. Then you fainted, and a colleague helped you regain consciousness. Yes, sir! He knocked me out upside the head, sir! Very well. The defense may begin its cross-examination. What I need here is more info to work with. Yes, absolutely. That was way too vague. So yeah, he was into the room with Bruce Goodman. Oh, well... He never knew Bruce Goodman. If I remember, he didn't really know who Bruce Goodman was. So I think it's someone who pretended to be him. But we'll keep going. Although it's not my normal duty, I was assigned to guard the evidence room that day. Mr. Meekins, you work in the General Affairs Department, do you not? Yes, sir. I am in charge of hiring new recruits, sir. Yikes, now that's a scary thought. Evidence transfer was taking place on the day of the crime, which meant many officers were given special tasks not ordinarily performed. I was in charge of guarding the Blue Badger, sir. The Blue Badger? Yes, sir. The lovely police mascot created by the Chief of Detectives, sir. I was to ensure it wasn't broken during the transferal process. That was my sole mission for the day, sir. Why? What a lack of workforce is that? I see. Sounds like a very important mission. Thank you, Judge. You and I are thinking the same way. After the award ceremony finished that day, there were so many people running around that I relocated the Blue Badgers to the evidence room. What? Oh, so that's why you went to the evidence room. Tell us, what did you see when you get there? In order to enter the evidence room, you need an ID card, am I correct? Precisely, sir. I have one right here around my neck. So then, your ID number should be listed on here, right? That's right, I forgot I had an ID list. It's the... which one it was? Oh, there it is! I found it! This is the one right there! Could you please read us the number? Yes, sir! Yeah, that's the one I wanted to know. 4989-596. That's my number, sir! I see. Huh. But the number 4989-596. is shown as being used twice. Please explain, witness. It's no real mystery, sir. The first time is when I relocated the Blue Badger to the evidence room. And the second time is when I went to go get him after everything settled down. I see. So it was during that second time when... Yes, sir. That was when I spotted the man on the security screen. But wait. If that was the case, he never actually grabbed the Blue Badger afterwards. So how the hell did the Blue Badger went back to the front outside? Unless he did it later on. I mean, we'll keep going. I was only doing what I was trained to do, sir. I was suddenly attacked. So, you were attacked. Can you please tell us exactly what happened to you? It was a knife, sir. A knife! Detective Goodman pulled a knife on you? What happened then? Well, with me charging in on him like that, he looked as surprised as I was. You aren't exactly the kind of person someone would want to run into. That's when I reacted, sir. I swung my arms like an octopus struggling to detain him. That's how I got this gash on my hand. Maybe if you just keep your cool, your hand wouldn't be... When I saw the blood trickling down my arm, I panicked. I grabbed the man by his collar. What exactly do you mean when you say you did it? I know I don't look the type, but I'm really into kung fu films, sir. The man let his guard down for just an instant, so I snatched his knife from him. You took his knife? I spun him around and performed a disarming maneuver. I made sure to close my eyes like a man. I see. He must have been desperate. The next thing I knew, his white coat was drenched in a sea of my blood, and then the next thing I knew... Yes? He punched me right in my face, sir. About what time did you regain consciousness? No offense, sir, but how am I supposed to know that? I was unconscious. Oh, right. According to the report from the officer that woke up the witness, it was about 5:30. He hit me right in the head, too. I woke up crying tears of pain. That's nice. I mean, it's nice that you recovered, that is. When I came around, though, I made sure to finish my mission, sir. Your mission? Yes, sir, the Blue Badger, sir. I returned him to the entrance before things got out of hand. Okay, that explains it then. Well, we can all rest easy now. I believe we now have a fairly accurate picture of what happened. Yes, Your Honor. Only one thing remains unclear. Was the man this officer murdered really the victim? He's got a point. Yes, Officer Meekins. With regard to that, sir, take a look at this. It was sent to my jail cell. Chief Gant delivered it to me just this morning, sir. The chief? Delivered it? What is that? A videotape? Yes, sir. That's absolutely right, sir. A videotape, sir. It contains footage from the security camera and the evidence room. We need to see that now. But I specifically asked if there was such a tape, and was told it had been mistakenly erased. My gosh, come on, Moku. That's quite a mistake. I just do what I'm told, sir. It's the only thing I'm really good at. Looks like communication with the police department is as good as ever. Well then, let's have a look. Show us a video of you murdering the victim. Oh, please stop using that word murder, sir. It scares me. A video of a real murder. Just what are we getting ourselves onto? Well, you shouldn't be a policeman if you're scared of murder. Oh. That is scary. I hate this game. Of course it would do that. Pretty good animation. Oh. Was he hiding the whole time and managed to leave at, or was it Officer Jake Marshall? We'll continue. Well, I believe we're all thinking the same thing. How can we deal with these unsettling feelings stirred within us? What the hell was that wiggling piece of plywood? Sir, that is the pride and joy of the entire criminal affairs department, sir. It's the Blue Badger, sir. Why am I not surprised this isn't going smoothly? I don't think he meant that piece of plywood. I think he meant the piece of shit film. Yes, well, anyway. Oh, wait, no. I forgot. He didn't know about the Blue Badger, did he? Like Edgeworth. I don't think he ever met the Blue Badger. This tape seemed to prove that the witness did indeed encounter, someone in the evidence room, and some sort of, activity did take place. Your Honor, instead of relying on clearly incomplete footage, the witness testimony will surface. Is that alright with you, Officer Meekins? Yes, sir. As you wish, sir. I'm slowly remembering what happened in the last video, too. His face can be clearly seen in the video, but there's no question that the other person was Detective Goodman, sir. That's a contradiction. I mean, he opened a locker which required Detective Goodman's fingerprints to do. The locker he opened is unquestionably Detective Goodman's locker, sir. So it must be him. No one else could have unlocked it. What's this about a fingerprint? Each detective has been given a locker equipped with a fingerprint-activated lock. These locks ensure that each locker can only be opened by the detective it belongs to. Intriguing. That would mean the victim at the crime scene would have to have been Detective Goodman. Very well. The defense may begin its cross-examination. I don't know where this cross-examination will lead, but everything begins with contradictions. That's where I have to start. Definitely something about the fingerprint is wrong. Now, I'm gonna check my court records real quick. I guess I can't. Oh, yeah, I can just do that. I forgot. I just do not present them, please. Do I have anything that requires I have so much evidence I forgot. Oh my gosh. Okay. No, there's nothing I can do with that. Can I check the... No, okay, this is just a thing again. I've checked that before, yes. We're just gonna press. Tell me, were you able to get a good look at him? At the face of the man who attacked you with a knife? Sir, it must have been... if you must label people as having seen or not seen the man's face, I believe it would be classified as the latter? The latter? But you were standing right in front of him, were you not? More to the point, you are the person who fought him, aren't you? Oh, yes, sir, but I didn't get a clear look at his face, sir. I'm not the kind of guy who looks directly at people when talking with them, you see? Yeah, that's a good trait for a police officer. Still, I'm sure it was him. I'll bet my badge on it. Well, give me your badge. But you don't know that for sure, do you? You never actually saw Detective Goodman's face. Well, I suppose you might say that. That is, if you must label people... Oh my gosh. Since his face can't be identified in the video, only you can verify it. Well, why is everyone looking at me? I had to label your stares as disturbing or... Meekins? Eep. Haven't been shown a questionable video at best. We are not in the best of mood. Now please be more certain when you testify. Yes, sir. You claim the man who brandished a knife on you was Bruce Goodman. Tell us why you are positive it was him. About these lockers, is there no other way to open them? No, sir. I myself tried all kinds of methods in the past. They only respond to registered fingerprints, sir. I wonder what kind of methods he tried. If the men open the locker locked, which only responds to its registered fingerprints, then he must be the person the locker was assigned to. Exactly my point, sir! And this too! How do you know that information? I've heard rumors, sir. From people in the know, sir. Isn't that hearsay then? People in the know? The workers in the department cafeteria, sir. They keep me informed. They also listen to my romantic troubles, sir. For the record, I was hoping that for the record was about his romantic troubles. That would have been hilarious. The open locker did indeed belong to Detective Goodman. I verified this information through a more reliable source. So the victim opened the locker with his own fingerprints. So it must be him. No one else could have looked at it. However, the most important detail is not shown in this video. The man's face. Sir! If I may say something, sir. Please do. After all, you are the one being examined. I don't understand why the man's face is so important in this case, sir. I mean, it was his hand that opened the fingerprint lock. And it was his hand that tried to thrust his knife into my body, sir. My what? My unsettled state can't testify enough to this, sir. Yes, you have a point. The footage doesn't lie. That is, unless the defense can find a problem with it. Mr. Wright, let's check the court record again. Is there a problem with the security video? There is a problem. What is the problem? Regarding the video contained on this tape, there is one thing in particular that seems rather strange. Strange? This contradiction leads to the possibility that the man may not have been Detective Goodman. What? This video contains such a contradiction? Interesting. Your Honor, I have a proposal. Yes, Mr. Edgeworth. I propose we have the defense point out to us this alleged contradiction in the video. He would want me to point it out. Very well. Proposal accepted. Well, isn't that just him saying, can we have proof? Let us further inspect this piece of evidence. I will now play the security tape. Oh, I see, okay. Mr. Wright, please show us this contradiction you speak of. I have to point a problem in the video? This is the first time I've ever had to do that. You can do it, Mr. Wright. It's set up so you can fast forward, rewind, or pause the video. Thank God. Just take a good look and be sure to point out the right thing. Please don't play it too many times. I can't stand watching this video. I'm just gonna replay him getting beaten up all the time. That would be hilarious. How does this guy ever become a police officer? Now then, Mr. Wright, please enlighten us. Where is the contradiction that indicates the man may not be Detective Goodman? Pause. Oh, okay. That is a creepy image right there. That's just thumbnail. Right there, thumbnail. What am I supposed to look for? Okay, so... Wait a second, I might have an idea. Let's just fast forward real quick. Hi, Mr. Goodman. I love how I can go frame by frame. It reminds me of my editing at this point. Ooh. I don't know if the glove has anything to do with it. I'm gonna keep going. Fast forward, fast forward, fast forward. Hush. Such a beautiful man right there. And the way that he walks. It looks like he's leaning over that like that. I mean, I guess you'd be able to see him properly now that I think about it. Alright, fast forward, fast forward, fast forward, fast forward. They really made it perfect so that we cannot see even for a second, huh? Okay, now this is a contradiction I was thinking first. Oh. Oh, okay, no, so that's definitely not a contradiction then. Is that it? It does not look like he's about to punch him. It looks like he's gonna stab him. But that is Officer Meekins, correct? Wait a second! Okay, I think I get it. If you stop right here, that looks like he's about to like give up. But he said he knew Kung Fu, right? So he stopped it. He stopped the stabbing and he pretended he. Okay, I'm gonna say it's that then. That's what I'm saying. Let's pause it. Right here. I'm gonna say it's that. The thing that's strange about this video would have to be, this? Hold on a second. I need to use my eye drops. Well, I don't get it. Would you mind if I borrow your eye medicine? Okay, maybe it wasn't that. But it doesn't look like he's gonna punch him. It looks like he was gonna stab him. What do I do? Play the video again. Okay, then I guess is it the gloves? Was it the gloves? I mean, I did find the glove in the... Well, I guess that would be a contradiction that I did find it in a different locker. Let's try the gloves. Are those the gloves? Yes, that is strange. Something certainly seems unnatural about that. What could it mean? Sorry to interrupt, Mr. Wright, but you seem to have forgotten the point of this exercise. The point? What you're looking for is one thing and one thing only. Something that indicates the man may not be Detective Goodman. Oh, I didn't get it. Oh, yeah. Phew, I almost walked right into the bench trap. I'll place him under arrest, sir. Rats, I need to slow and tackle these things one piece at a time. Now, what do I do? Oh my gosh, what is it? What is the... I see it. It's right there. So I had to... it's been a while, so I kind of forgot about it. But I looked at the evidence locker description. The indicator lamp lights up when it's open. What do we see here? It's been open the whole time. Officer Meekins. Sir! Do you mean me, sir? As I understand it, the locker room apparatus works like this. When you grab the handle, a sensor reads your fingerprint. If it's a match, the lights turns on and the lock is released. According to my very limited experience, that's the way I understand it, sir. I love how we have the Blue Badger music behind us. If so, then something is seriously wrong with this picture. This thing right there. That would have been funny. Are we gonna rewatch the whole thing again? When the victim reaches for the handle to open the locker. Let's rewind to a little earlier. How's your day? Just wasting us our time. At this point, just do the fast rewind like I did. Here! Notice a light? What's this? It's already lit. Precisely my point, Your Honor. The locker was already open before the victim grabbed the handle. Did I just heard a chicken noise? Order. What's the meaning of this? It's very simple, Your Honor. The locker wasn't locked on the day of the crime. But the locker locks are controlled by an electronic system. When the door is shut, a sensor is triggered, and the locker is automatically locked. Oh, I know. It must have broken down. Of course, I'm not an expert in this. That's not likely, Your Honor. The sensor would detect and report any malfunction. Oh well. It just goes to show novice should keep their mouth shut. So then, Mr. Wright, do you have an explanation? Me, Your Honor? Yes. Why wasn't the locker locked? Me, Your Honor? Yes, well, you see, this isn't exactly my field. What do you think, Miss Scientific Investigator? There we go, we finally get her on, huh? Huh? Oh, maybe something like jam the system sensor. Something? Jam the sensor? Say. Something else that seems out of place in this video. The glove. Yeah, I thought so too. There's got to be another clue somewhere in this footage. Yeah, it's the glove. Very well. Let's expect the video once more. The locker wasn't locked, Mr. Wright. Please point out, well, something. Right here. I went too quick. Right here. Please watch closely. This is a continuation of the part I showed you earlier. So, how's school? How's work? How's the kids? How's the dog? The cat? Hamster? Lizard? Salamander? Alright, there we go. What's this? Something white fell out of the locker. But sir, it's been my experience that fiends falls out when doors are open. I often fall out and roll great distances when I open my lock. Can't be sure that item was completely inside the locker to begin with. What do you mean? The sensor triggers the lock when the door is shut. What if something was inserted, say, between the sensor and the door? Inserted? Do you have any girl or boy in sight? We can talk about it. Like, I'm a pretty good romantic advisor. Oh, 1 second. This white thing wasn't inside the locker. It was stuck between the door and the sensor. Oh, I understand now, sir. It's just like my tie. 2 out of 3 times it gets stuck in the door when I get out of my patrol vehicle, sir. Instead of the door closing, my tie chokes me. He needs some psychiatric help. But the object would have to be extremely thin to fit in the door. Not only that, it would also have to block electrical currents. It would need to be an insulator. Yes, an insulator. But at the crime scene, there just might have been something that fits the description. But sir, by insulator, you don't mean... I think I finally got this figured out. Very well. Will the defense please present the relevant evidence? What was this insulator that was stuck in the locker room? Oh, that's not the thing I pressed. It was the glove. I found this near the locker. A thin rubber glove. But we can't be sure that was in the victim's locker. It has a tag that says SL9 incident. The video seems to depict the victim opening the locker. But that isn't the case. The lit lamp attests to this. On the day of the crime, even I could have opened that locker. Is that not so, Officer Meekins? Sir? It would appear so, sir. Well, then that just means that this isn't Bruce Goodman, so who could it be? Order, order, order! So are we to believe then that the victim, whom this witness stabbed in the evidence room, was not Detective Goodman? Oh. Do not be misled, Your Honor. What do you mean, Mr. Edgeworth? The defense has merely demonstrated that possibility and nothing more. The victim in the video was indeed Bruce Goodman. The prosecution will offer one more testimony to prove this. What? Officer Meekins, please testify about this. Sir? Me, sir? I'm not sure what you're referring to, sir. Oh, you mean that, sir? Of course, sir. Is this a joke? Sometimes that's what I say almost every episode. Very well. Begin your testimony. He said that the witness stabbed him, so... But did he... I don't... Did he stab him? He didn't, like in the video, it doesn't look like he stabbed. Oh well. Wait a second. No. There's one other thing that proves the man was Detective Goodman, sir. To enter the evidence room, one must use their ID card. When an ID card is used, there's a record of it. At the time of the crime, the detective has used his card. An ID card record. I see. I have the ID card record right here, Your Honor. I also have one, just saying. The ID used at 5:14 is that of the victim. Just before the crime. Yes, without doubt, this is the victim's ID. However, one thing does strike me as unusual. Several hundred cases should have been due for this transferal. Why were there so few people using this room? This particular evidence room is only used for storing certain special cases. Special cases? Extremely violent cases involving police staff. Just hearing that makes my hair stand on end. Me too, although it doesn't make much of a difference. There were only a few cases out for transferal, Dale, and most were clear up by noon. Right. I see. Now, let us move on to the cross-examination. But to be fair though, the judge is right. There was way too many people for a transferal, so thank God we got that cleared off. Alright, let's keep pressing. So, unlike your earlier testimony, you believe this to be rock solid, do you? Yes, sir. Solid as stone, sir. If my hand wasn't wrapped in bandages, I'd even give the V for victory signs. Thank God you have the bandages. Can he just use his right hand for that? Let's hear him out fully. As we've seen, one never knows what he might say until the very last second. That's pretty... Yep, that's true, you're right. Is that card hanging from your neck one of these ID cards? Yes, sir. This card right next to my cuff, sir. I keep it here so I won't ever forget it. But what if someone was to steal it from you, keeping it out in the open like that? Maybe I shouldn't wear it around my neck. Remember when I said 2 out of 3 times my tie gets stuck when I get out my car? Well, the remaining time, it's my ID card that gets stuck. Instead of the door closing, my ID card chokes me. You should just leave this one alone. So you tell me every time that you leave your car, you choke yourself. I mean, that's every time he does his animation, he does keep choking. He has a kink! Oh, I love this guy. At any rate, each police officer has only one ID card. Both the police department and the prosecutor's office can attest to this. Please proceed with your testimony. When an ID card is used, there's a record of it. Let it be noted that this is the record the witness referred to. Let me see. Yes, that would be it. Detective Goodman. What's the matter? According to this, Mr. Edgeworth, your name is on in here. So it is, Your Honor. Not that prosecutor again. Hey, maybe he's behind all this. Being a prosecutor, he could hide the evidence. Mommy, is that man in blue a murderer? Shh, don't stare at him. You've got the wrong color, kid. It would seem the inquiry committee will want to speak with you again today. I have nothing to be ashamed of regarding my actions or their consequences. For now, let's continue with the cross-examination. Poor Mr. Edgeworth. It must be so difficult for him. I don't like that face, I'll be honest. Earlier, I believe you testified that when you asked the man to show his ID card, he pulled a knife on you. Yes, sir. He didn't show me any ID card, sir. Don't you think that's odd? I mean, if he had his ID card, all he had to do was show it to you. There wouldn't be any reason to draw a knife. Maybe he just panicked? Everything stands from contradiction. Let's point them out. Mr. Wright, what do you think? I'm confused. What? The problem with this ID card testimony is far too obvious. It's not like Edgeworth to miss something like this. You're thinking too hard about it. Come on, let's show them what we got. It's obvious? Okay. There was something that didn't seem right. First off, I'm gonna save, because we all know what happens if I don't think of saving. Especially now that I just pressed everything. Okay, let me double check my records here. Yeah, okay, I thought so. Wait one moment, Officer Meekins. Oh, I just realized what that meant! Now I do! It was a lost item report. And obviously, if you look at the ID, he didn't remember his number. So he lost his ID card. Oh, that was it right there. Okay. I'm not good at waiting, sir. I have the victim's ID card right here. I found it at the crime scene. That makes sense. When I say crime scene, I'm not referring to the evidence room at the police department. I mean the other crime scene. The underground parking lot at the prosecutor's office. Your Honor, I have one more piece of evidence to present. It's a very important clue regarding the victim's ID card. Lost item report? It's only half completed. But it shows that Detective Goodman had lost something on the day of the crime. Something important enough to fill out this report. Let me guess. You believe this something to be his ID card, right? I can't say for sure, but there is a high possibility. On the day of the crime, Detective Goodman was not carrying his card. Order. So now, what does this all mean? It can only mean one thing. It doesn't even require much thought. The man Officer Meekins encountered in the evidence room was not Detective Goodman, but rather the man who stole his ID card. Order. Does this prosecution have a response? I have only one thing to say to the defense. Bravo, Mr. Wright. Bravo? Allow me to summarize the defense argument. At 5:15 p.m. on the day of the crime, the man in the evidence room Officer Meekins encountered was not Detective Goodman. There are two grounds to support this. First, the locker in the evidence room was already unlocked. Second, the victim lost his ID card. Am I correct so far, Mr. Wright? Yes. What's he up to? That being the case, we must inevitably arrive at a single conclusion. If the victim in this video is a fake, then the murder in the evidence room is also fake. In other words, the security camera does not show the instant of the murder. Huh. That is... Well, I guess that's right. Is something wrong, Mr. Wright? Only moments ago you seemed content to be pouring your finger around. This isn't going to end well. Well. It seems you finally realize exactly what you've gone to such lengths to prove. Explain yourself, Mr. Edgeworth. The defense has already done the explaining for me. The victim in this video is a fake, which means the murder did not take place. At the police department at 5:15 on the day of the crime. So the real crime could only take place at one location, the underground parking lot. At the prosecutor's office. The murder being Miss Lana Skye, the defendant. The evidence is compelling. A trustworthy witness observed the moment the defendant used the murder weapon. So how did that end up being a fake? I mean, I get the Bruce Goodman as a fake, and obviously, well, wait 1 second. I knew that testimony was way too shabby. It was all a trap from the beginning. The activity in the evidence room still leaves many questions unanswered. Who exactly was the victim Officer Meekins encountered? And where did this person disappear to? However, this trial purpose is to examine only the murder of Detective Goodman. Just so, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, you have to do something, or else Lana. What do I do? How am I supposed to get myself out of this mess? No, I'll check. One moment, Your Honor. What now, Mr. Wright? Don't tell me you're objecting to what you've just proven. Of course not. But I almost walked right into the prosecution trap. What are you talking about? This cross-examination has proven one thing and one thing only. The security video did not show the actual murder. So we're going to try to find out what happened between the gap of that section right there. Also, where did he disappear to? Wait! I just saw something! However, it cannot be said that it is unrelated to the murder in the parking lot. Specifically, large amount of blood traces were found in the evidence room. It was Marshall! The defense demands further examination into the truth of the matter. Mr. Edgeworth? Yes, Your Honor. If this court were to examine this further, other witnesses will be necessary. Is the prosecution prepared? I'm sorry, Your Honor. The prosecution considered the incident at the police department to be unrelated. We have not prepared any other witnesses for this incident. Can I take a witness? This just might be my chance. Time to call a certain Texas Rangers to the stand. Mr. Wright. That is not Emma. Mr. Wright, do you mean? Your Honor, the defense would like to request a specific witness. Oh? Whom do you have in mind? Someone we have reason to believe knows the truth. The truth behind the activities that took place in the evidence room. The prosecution requests to hear this person's name before deciding whether or not to comply. Yeah, cowboy, let's go. Come on. Come here, cowboy. We need to talk to you. Very well then, Mr. Wright. This person whom you would have to testify. What is his or her name? Well, he just said Texas Ranger. So, definitely freaking Angel Star. Officer Jake Marshall. Why him? I can't let Edgeworth know everything just yet. He's in charge of the evidence room. I feel we should hear from what he has to say. The prosecution agrees to the defense request. Since he was responsible for guarding the room, we should hear his testimony. Fortunately, he works in the police department. We shouldn't need longer than 20 minutes to prepare. Very well. The court will take a 30-minute recess while the witness is... Oh, I don't forgot what was that word? Will the prosecution please prepare the witness during this time? We will, Your Honor. Court is now in recess. Okay. There's no stopping you, is there, Mr. Wright? Huh? What do you mean? You called for Jake Marshall. It seems you figured everything out. I haven't figured anything out. Lana, you're the one who knows everything. Emma. You always know everything. Why don't you just tell us? Mr. Wright is trying his hardest to protect you. I don't recall ever asking for his protection. How can you be so cold? Don't you trust us? Don't you trust me? Hope I'm not interrupting anything, pals. Oh, yes I am. I'll come back later. I love Gumshoe. Wait, Six of Gumtree, what is it? Faden? You've got a lot of nerve, pal. Making a detective run around all around while on duty. And to top it off, you call me here. I've seen happier people at funerals. Sorry, detective. You better be, pal. Hey, 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 hey! I didn't see you there, Chief Prosecutor Skye. That's okay. So, have you bought what I've asked? Oh. You mean this, right? My apologies, detective. Due to my prison circumstances, I was forced to use Mr. Wright's name when making my request. My name? Never in a million years would I have thought it was you who asked me. Could I bother you to bring me the SL9 incident files? I'll need them by noon. Talk about crazy. The SL9 incident? But Lena, that's... I thought Mr. Wright might need them, so I had them brought here. Here, you might do well to read them. Why am I so dumb today? I mean, I'm dumb every day. I can't believe you, the chief prosecutor, were a witness in that case. Miss Skye, was a witness? Oh, right. For some reason, I thought I already knew what the SL9 incident was, but I never knew. Files for the Joe Dark killings, solved 2 years ago. Take it from me, you don't want anything to do with serial murders. Oh, what? Now that I brought you your stuff, you're just gonna ignore me? Emma? But why? Why is your name in here? What? My name's in there? I don't know. Unless... No, it couldn't be. Lana! This SL9 incident, is that... That's the classification number the police filed it under. 2 years ago, the rest of the world knew it was... the Joe Dark killings. The... Joe Dark? No. No, Lana! That's over with! No! Emma, wait! She ran away. You know, I just remembered. I gotta be somewhere. Sorry, pal, I'm out of here. So, it's just me and Lana. Jake Marshall, Angel Star, Damon Gint, Miles Edgeworth. Not to mention Lana and Emma. Everyone involved in this case is connected to those killings 2 years ago. This can't be just a coincidence. Knowing you just might be able to figure it out. Time to get back to the trial, Mr. Wright. Best of luck. I better take a good look at this file. Okay! Well, I was gonna stop there no matter if it was to be continued or not, but... Holy moly! I'm surprised I did pretty well, I'll be super honest with you guys, but at the same time, it wasn't super complicated, and that's definitely a lot better. I wasn't just gonna leave it there. It's a lot better than my previous trials and previous investigations. I've been out for a month. I guess I kind of had my head cleared more and take a good breather, take a good relax. So it's I think I'm gonna be a lot better just trying to think. Even though I did take like 10 minutes to figure out the first one, but in the end, it actually gotten better. So overview, not too bad. Still trying to figure this out, but it's almost at this point is kind of a just follow through. Follow through. So obviously, earlier I did that little expression when I saw the tape for the last time. I don't know why I keep looking down. I did a little expression when I looked at the tape, and it was when you see Officer Meekins on the right, you look back to the left for the last time. I didn't realize that's the first 2 times. You guys probably did, but on the first 2 times I didn't notice until now that the jacket appeared on the last one. The jacket that covered from the Jake Marshall's locker. So obviously from that you can tell that Jake Marshall was the guy that his face was hidden the whole time on the video. So Jake Marshall attacked Officer Meekins. Now, how does this all connect with Alana? I have absolutely no goddamn clue. I mean, it's because it has Bruce Goodman's name in it, but Bruce Goodman was never there to begin with, right? So, even if we do find out that Jake Marshall was the suspect in this case, what would that have to do anything with Lana? Moku, shut up. You don't know what you're talking about. It has everything to do with Lana. As I was editing this, I just had a little click. Basically, how did Jake Marshall got the jacket to begin with? I don't know how I did not think about this. I'm an idiot. But how did he get the jacket in the first place? Well, it's because either Goodman probably got murdered beforehand, which is what I believe in. So if that's the case, then the murder time is not 5:15 as we were expecting it to be. And the report of the doctor said it was between 4 to 5:30. So if he died before 5:15, then the location is different. And also, Lana was spot to be seen at 5:15 at the parking lot. That's what I just realized. Back to the video. Now, also, why would we be looking at Bruce Goodman's files? I haven't played in so long that I'm trying to remember, but this is where those files are going to come through. I feel like Bruce Goodman had something about Jake Marshall, Angel Star, and I think that was it, right? It was only those two? I thought there was 3 detectives, including Bruce Goodman. So yeah, that probably was the case. So, I guess we're just going to find out more on the next video. So with that being said, if you do like the series as much as I always do like the series, especially a comedy, I love it, give it a thumbs up in the video. Comment down below, what do you think about this whole scenario? Now, we kind of have an idea that Jake Marshall is a victim, but then who is the actual killer of Bruce Goodman? Is it actually Lana Skye? Is it actually our first time going to lose our court and we're going to be 4-1? Who knows? And subscribe so you see these videos as soon as they come out. And with that being said, I hope you guys have a great day. And take care.